I want to talk about how time is used in episode 2 of Heated Rivalry to weave a narrative that ends up surprising us. So at the end of episode 1, they have hooked up a couple of times. They have not had sex, but they've talked about doing it and they're going to do it next time, but they get forestalled by the weather. So that doesn't happen, and there's a disappointment there. The beginning of episode 2 has them on this sort of classic rom-com journey, right? They're texting, and this texting actually goes on for 2 years. Though they play against one another, they do not see each other privately that we are shown in the show for 2 years. And I think it's confirmed when they finally do hook up. This is a change from the books. There is not this huge delay in time between when they discuss having full sex for the first time and it actually takes place. But here we get this very flirty 2-year pursuit by Ilya of Shane through text, which culminates in him texting him right before a game, and their texts go back and forth. And this prompts Shane to finally say, like, well, if you're, maybe I'll text you after the game. And then he obviously does, and he comes to Shane's apartment. That encounter ends with them having sex for the first time, and this very, loving goodbye in the stairwell where Shane's literally clutching Ilya's jacket, and they go in for this tender kiss, right? And it looks like, and in a typical show, this would be the beginning of their real romance. It would tip from being a hookup to being something more than that. But that's not what happened. Instead, they go to Russia for the Olympics, and while Shane and Ilya see one another, Ilya is going through a very bad time. Ilya is reminded of all the bad things in his life. They don't go far in the Olympic hockey competition. He gets berated by his father publicly, and he tells Shane to leave him alone when Shane is just trying to check in on him and ask him if he's okay, though him getting that "are you okay" text is one of the reasons why he rejects Sasha, right? The next time they see one another is 6 months later at an awards show where Ilya is being all, cute and flirty in front of the cameras, but behind the scenes is being distant and even a little bit manipulative with Shane. They end up having an encounter in a hotel room that leaves Shane feeling empty, and I think is Ilya trying to put space between them. And then we get this devastating scene in the elevator where Shane says, or is going to say, "We didn't even kiss," and that's the end of the episode.